So, Perplexity appears to be going through some dark times. A couple of weeks ago, a number of reports emerged on Reddit that Perplexity has pulled its promotional offer to legitimate Samsung users who were given 1 year free of Perplexity Pro, stating that this may have been an abuse of the promotional offer and hence they no longer have access to Perplexity Pro. The problem is Perplexity seems to have canceled this promotion even for people who got it very legitimately through the Samsung offer, and people are very upset. And the worst part about the whole thing is that it looks like they were sent this message with no recourse and no one to contact. And then a few days later, this emerged, which basically says that Perplexity's deep research is trash. While there is some discussion in the comment section with a couple of people about whether this is really true and Perplexity continues to have some fans, by and large, the majority opinion of Perplexity seems to be on a decline. Personally, I have never found Perplexity's research to be all that. They have a great user experience, very low latency because they serve from cached indexes, which actually is a problem for some cases. But otherwise, I've never seen it to be more superior relative to, let's say, ChatGPT's or Claude's deep research. Not to mention, deep research in general has been problematic for me because the sources of information that these chatbots consider legitimate are very questionable. So oftentimes I find myself needing to manually validate the information that's coming out, especially if I'm researching a topic that requires looking up a lot of sources as opposed to like known information to the LLM. For example, these LLMs will take things as gospel when it comes from a Reddit thread, even if the thread has barely any upvotes. For example, I've seen it consider a Reddit post with just 2 upvotes as something that actually is meaningful when there was no truth to that whatsoever. But back to the promos getting cancelled by Perplexity, it gives them such a bad rep. So why is Perplexity actually doing this? And especially there are a lot of accusations on Reddit about how posts about this topic are actively being taken down by the Perplexity mods in r/Perplexity. One theory is that Perplexity may be reaching a point where they have to tighten their budgets and they cannot continue to offer infinitely free services. Because considering the bad rep this is giving them, it's really not that worth it to go chase these abusive promotional code users. If they were indeed in the wild, you would just let them continue using it to form a habit if you had infinite money.